Right guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are checking out Quinfall for the first time. I have avoided all the negativity and all of the comments. The only thing I have seen is a few posts on social that I can't duck and dodge and a few DMs from people saying certain things about the game that I should look out for. Those unfortunately are discarded because I need to find out for myself, is the game fun? It's the first impressions. Is it worth $20? Did they deliver on what they promised? The MMO community has been looking forward to this game for a long time and it was never going to live up to those expectations. We have been sent the game by Quinfall, but we are not in any way sponsored, paid or anything to say nice things about the game. We can slag it off to high heaven or we can really fall in love with it. I can check it out today for you guys. It's been out a month at time of recording as well. So I'm going to be looking at it from a blind perspective, but also a 20-year MMO experience perspective. Hopefully you guys can take something away from today's live stream and video, and hopefully you can learn a little something. Maybe I can give you enough information to maybe decide whether you want to jump in for $20 or not. There is a bunch of MMOs coming out this year. I think there's 5 major titles this year ready to drop. So as soon as they do, we will be covering them on the channel. So if you haven't already liked and subscribed, definitely do so. If you like this video and you make it halfway through at least, hit that like button so I know to make more Quinfall and MMO content. Embark on an adventurous journey to explore the Quinfall universe. Be a part of the unique battles and immersive story with dozens of different professions in the depths of medieval times in a all-new MMORPG. MMO, online PvP, online co-op, Steam achievements and family sharing. No controller support, of course. That's the overall govins. Let's jump in, take a look at the game, see if it's any good, and do we want to come back and revisit? So we've got America, Europe and Asia, so only 3 servers. And we're connecting to Germany and Luxembourg. All PvP and PvE events, or this one is all PvP and PvE. This one has a lower bar. Okay, so we've got PvE and PvP servers inside that one European server. We go to create character. Can have up to 4 characters, which is pretty decent. And this is character creation tools. Now, everything is set to ultra to high settings. There is nothing that I've left off other than motion blur. I don't like it, never have, never will. Let's see what we can do. So we've got the full body bones. It's got a nipple bone. You select the bone and you can actually... Okay. I don't know if you guys are versed with game design and 3D modeling, but basically 3ds Max and Maya are your 2 major programs that are used or used to be used. I actually went to university and did a course in video game design. I have spent a lot of time looking at these drag and drop arrows for spheres and squares and just all day long you're looking at grids and triangles. Feels a little unfinished. It doesn't even feel like, you know, this is something the game design aspect would show off. Okay, so we've got lips and stuff. There's a lot here. There's a bunch of eyeballs. Look at this. And I bet everyone can be a different color. Yeah, this is absolutely mental. I mean, for a first impressions, I don't feel like we have to go too in depth with the character creation tools, but everything down to how much eyelashes you want, makeup, lips, pattern. Why? This is extensive. So I think what I'm going to do is make my own character that is, you know, how I want it to be. But I'm not going to go for it today because it's just so much to take in. Like, this is way more than I could ever imagine. And it looks great. Look how high def this looks. That is really good. Let's go for a basic build. Can we have sample? Here we go. We've got like a Slim Jim Arnold Schwarzenegger, the little potbelly man. Whoa, okay. What's happened here? I know he's supposed to be old, but he looks like his chest is sunk in. Okay, we've got like a barbarian looking dude. Okay, he's pretty awesome. My problem with him is he kind of looks like that actor who's just done that film where he wears pink, the Minecraft movie. He looks a bit too much like him for my liking. We've got your local hairdresser. We've got the Hulk. What in the world, lizard people? No matter what you want to be or what you want to do, the customization will guarantee, and I will guarantee, have you covered. You know what? I kind of like this guy. If we just change a few bits on him, he's kind of cool. Can have up to 2 scars. The beard, we can actually darken up the beard. We have a brown tinge. Yep, that's cool. Okay, I'm going to go with that. And then for the eyes, I've never in my life seen so many customizable options in an MMO. Ew, I know, it's pretty gross. It is pretty gross. I'm sorry. Hopefully I haven't put you off your dinner. You can be anything you want in this game. That is 100% confirmed. If you can find something you want to be and can't do it, like you could be like overly large, you could be overly small, you could be overly short. Okay, that'll do us. I mean, my man's packing. He's He's budgie smuggling for days, boys. I mean, visually, it's all right so far. I like the bloom. I mean, he's pretty awesome for a character, to be honest. And even just using the bare basic of time, I think that took me about
3 to 5 minutes.
And this is the one game this year I've made notes on. You can see the HP value instantly here. Do you know what? This is a good way to start a game. It's just going to tell everybody who's never played an MMO what everything does around the screen. Pretty simply laid out. I like it. I don't have to use it myself. I like it. Now, one thing I am going to be looking for today, which is one of my main aspects, is going to be, can we resize and move around the user interface? It's something that really, really bugs me with a lot of games, and not even just MMOs. They should just automatically allow us to mess around with the UI. Okay, so control is switching mode. Usually that's tab, but today we've got control. So that's to switch into the interface around us. WAS and D to run, mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Okay, pretty standard stuff. So right button can go up to 3 bars. We've got basic attack. That's a long animation. We can't actually turn. You can turn the camera. Once you swing, you're at that point. Now, if something's coming from the side, it's probably going to hit you. So it's kind of locked in once you press it. So you're going to have to be quite specific with your dodges and quite specific with your attacks. So we've done all the buttons there that we need to do. We're going to go for this guy. Come at me, bro. Okay, we've blocked him. Does he still do damage? 262. Let's take a look. He does, but it comes back. I can charge an attack whilst being hit. Surely that should stun me and knock me back. Whoa, we're going up. Yes, I like the way he leans back. It's kind of weird because he's looking like directly up with his back. So space bar to climb or jump. So if you hold space, he climbs. If you press space, he jumps. Can we do fast jump? There's no speeding this up. This is all he does. Look. You know what? Visually, the most impactful aspect of this game is the visuals. There's a freaking owl. Look. Well, I'm not hating it, guys. You know, I'm only 10 minutes in, but I am not disliking this game so far. Now, I have this set to full screen exclusive. Now, you guys probably know, if you played an MMO before, what full screen exclusive is. It basically is exclusively taking up that monitor. This particular game, which I really like, once you're in mouse mode, you can physically leave and come over here and do like your Twitch and your chat and stuff like that. But it's seamless. Like I can just drag the mouse. I'm now in this screen. Now I'm back. Now I'm here. But only when you're in that mouse mode. If you're in the game, as in like I can use WAS and D, I cannot leave the screen. You know, I'm stuck in that game. And I think that is a really good way for MMOs moving forward to do this, so that streamers and content creators have a lot more accessibility with 2 monitors, 3 monitors. A lot of us need like chat monitors and stuff, and being able to just like move the mouse straight over there, click on a chat, ban somebody, come back, whatever, you know, it's gonna help with just the workflow, you know. And that in itself, and the fact that everything has worked out the gate, we didn't have a connection problem, we haven't had any visual glitches or problems. You can see if I now press tab, right, I'm now in the game box. So while I'm in this game box, which is very glitchy now, there's a bunch of people on screen, I can't leave. You know, it's locked to this screen, which I would have to tab and alt at usually, but if I just hit tab, I'm now over here. It's great. It's pretty. It's all right looking, isn't it? Okay, so we're getting 2,700 Ps for this one, which ain't bad. Pretty high gains for a first quest. I mean, here's another human player here. So we're not alone. We've got your basic blacksmiths, your townspeops. You can seem to talk to everyone. But the camera doesn't move. So whoever you talk to is going to have that static camera, and if they're lower, or like let's say a small person, they're going to cut them off. You can't move. Right, I need to get out of this town because the frame rate has taken a massive hit right here. That goat, can we talk to the goat?
No.
You know what's cool? That the villagers are going about their day. You know, it's given that sense that there is some sort of live and breathing town here. Got soldiers walking around, you know, taxing people. Oh, hello, I didn't see you down there. I didn't see him. Let's go near the water. Right, this looks like a good fishing spot to me, boys. We're going to head over here. So it says, when you are by the sea, press E key. I can't auto fish unless I get my rod. Why can I not equip it? Salt water, auto fish with T. So the tutorial tells me to press F to auto fish, but the in-game tells me to press T. But it works. It's janky. I don't know why they do it that way. They just have. We're basically auto fishing now, looking for common, uncommon, rare, and legendary fish. Okay, that's okay. The chat boxes are decent. You can't see them, but I've shrunk them behind my back, and they are very much taking up barely any room now, which is one of my pet peeves with these games. The chat boxes suck. So every 65 seconds, is that? We should catch a fish. That was pretty. That was impactful. I like that. We got XP for it too. You should come over. Oh yeah. I want to show you my fish. We'll see what happens. How are you guys finding the game? Have you played the game yet? You know, let me know what you think. And if you are watching this on YouTube on a rerun, definitely leave a comment down below, because the first 5 top comments that I read and see, I'm going to be giving away 5 copies of Quinfall for you guys in the next video. So the next video to go up after this one, whether they be positive or negative about the game, funny or just, you know, there to say hello and what a great job I'm doing, will get a copy of Quinfall on the follow-up video. We're planning to do a 3-parter with this, because I feel like the game this big and this vast, you can't just fill it into 4 hours and say, oh, it's a great game. But you can give your first impressions, and then the mid game, I've been planning it for like, what, 100 hours? And then at the end game will be the final part, and that's where we're going to sum up the entire experience and what we want to see from it, where it should be going, and all of that good stuff, you know, really sum it up. But we started in the daylight, and now if you look around, it's starting to sort of darken up and stuff. Although the sun is still out, the lights in the game are starting to give off more of a bloom effect. It's a peaceful game. One thing I do like about MMOs is the peacefulness of them. You know, I could leave this going, go make a cup of tea, put dinner in the oven, come back, you know, probably gathered like 5 fish, sell them fish, you know, £1 fish, very, very nice. Get my monies, and then I can go and invest that in something else. You always got those sort of aspects with these games where the grind is not always real. Sometimes the grind can be quite peaceful, quite relaxing. As long as the game implements it. Like BDO does it very well, and I'm still yet to play that game fully. That game scares me. I feel like once I pick up BDO, I'm going to be stuck in BDO. This water looks quite good. Just press escape, you put your fishing rod away, and away you go. Okay, we've completed that quest. We've now got our next thing, which is your first support. Meet the potion master. Where is the master of potion? Okay, that's cool. So we've got like a little diamond shape that points us in the right direction. Very nice. And it's got a number on it, so it's probably going to be like 3 or 4 of those later on, doing simultaneous quests. There's my man, and it wants me to buy a easy to get potion. Then we have to go back and see that guy again. So these are basic talk quests. They don't seem to be overpiling the dialogue on, which is you know, a welcomed thing. I'm not a big fan of massive dialogue at all. So we can have a bee. Why would you want a bee? I've got a thing about bees and wasps. I've got beeophobia. I can't stand them. Shadow bat. That sounds cool though. A misty wolf or a purple rhino. Going with a misty wolf. Okay, so meet the pet keeper. Where's the pet keeper at? Follow the one. Do you know what? I don't like getting stuck in MMOs. I don't like lack of navigation options and pointing me in the right direction. This one you can pick up and play very easy. He gave me a simple bait. Oh, turtle. What up, turtle? Bang. Okay, we do very little damage to the turtle. Playing a lot of MMOs, my right finger goes to the right trigger on the mouse. Very easy. It constantly stops you and builds up a hit, so I could take damage if I'm not careful with that. I'm sure with a few hours gameplay we'll be fine. In the Quinfall universe, pets are divided into 2 categories, enhancers and gatherers. Pets can have different appearances and you can level up. They can grow through evolution. Press I in your key to inventory and right click on your pet in the inventory. Here he is. We didn't even go and see the pet keeper, did we? Did we just skip that? Am I mistaken? Did that just go whoop? So if your pet's hungry, then it will not go and collect items for you. Yes, we can give it an acorn. Let's take a look. Okay, he's a lot smaller than I thought he was going to be. He's very small. Right, so we're going to feed it an acorn. That cannot be good for it. He's eaten 2 acorns. Man's an animal. He'll eat anything. Is that an elephant? The kraken defeated. Someone beat a kraken. There you go. Look, there's an elephant. Looking real good. Okay, we're getting another reward. A bunch of stuff really early. So we're going up by 5 points on that. Let's try the axe out. Let's go with a decent axe. Ah, here he is. Another new player there. So I'm seeing at least 1 player per minute in this game. Like there's a bunch of dudes running around having a good time. They've given me the axe, but it's broken. And we hit repair, and then it's repaired. Okay, so right button just equipped that, which it didn't do with the fishing rod, which was strange. Again, back to the guide to get another quest. It's going to be nice when we get out into the open world. Most MMOs start off a little bit slow like this. I guess the basic tutorial is needed. Problem is, not everyone's played years of MMOs, so they have to do these tutorials every time. And we have to buy the lasso first. After the horse, buy the lasso, practice on a wooden dummy. So we buy it from this guy. What, son? Yes, my man's got lasso rope right here.
Got it.
We've got the feed already, so I'm going to leave him be. Now it says practice on a dummy. Got to be this. I'll put it on, what, 9? See, now you would think you do that with a fishing rod, but you don't. And that's a bit confusing because what makes the fishing rod different to the lasso? Okay, that's cool. It's got like a mini game to it. I think we did it. I think we've actually done that. So we can now have a horse, which we can summon. Right click on a mount to summon it. Click on it. Is that in my inventory? Oh, shiz, it is. Okay, so I won't do that. I'll put it on 0. Oh, see, again. So P is going to be to summon it. No. Okay, summon horse is not working. Now you can see that P down there. It doesn't work. So it's telling me to right click.
Mine.
He did his. No! This ain't the first time this has happened. So now we're looking for P.
Or horse.
Pets. Mounts. J. How is that? What? Oh, I won't never forget that. So we're going to go with P. Aha. Now we've got mounts option. Breeding. Apparently we can breed mounts as well. There's no horse in here. I'm clicking summon horse. Nothing's happening. We've changed the button to P. That's not doing anything other than bringing up this. Now that you've caught your horse, you can use the mount. How to learn to ride the horse. Summon it. How do you summon it? Shortcuts. Right. Mounts. P. This is a broken quest log here because I cannot for the life of me spawn my mount. It says I have it, but I don't have it. Okay, we're stuck on the most stupidest quest. It says I've got no mounts out of 20, but it tells me I got a mount. So it's broken. Right, I'm going to start that quest again and see if it then works. To summon a mount, press I and then open the inventory, right click on the mount and then use it. That is not 100% what this thing, that pop-up never happened last time. That was a broken quest line for a minute there, and then now it's fixed itself. So I can now summon with P. That was bullshizzle. Okay, I am not overly keen with the buttons in this game. I don't feel that they do a very good job at organising the way it's laid out. It's a little bit cumbersome and a little bit clunky so far, and we just hit our first hurdle where I couldn't summon my mount. I'm sure it'll be fine from now, but it's almost like the tutorial is causing problems, not so much the game has that problem. Travel 200 meters on my horse, so I just literally got to run around on my horse. And again, when you enter outside in the vast environment, the game looks pretty good. Okay, now we can get back to the guide. This mount is super quick. Look at this. Speed of lightning, damn my nag is frightening. Nay! There's so many people trying to get to him. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4 people surrounding this guy. I can't even get my target on him. But so far so good. I would still say I'm having a positive experience with Quinfall. And we are 2 hours in right now and I'm still doing tutorial. I do like to mess about and, you know, chat. So I'm never going to be the quickest at it. You could probably run through this in about sort of 15-20 minutes. Right, there's my guy. And then we've got even more lag introduced because there's even more people running around. And this game is populated, boy. Tell me this game is dead right now. This has only got 2.5 thousand followers on Twitch and about 5,000 reviews over on Steam with mixed opinion. But look at how many people are just standing here. You see what I'm saying? Like, this game's only been out 4 weeks. I've had no connection issues. We've had no bugs or glitches that have kicked us out. We've been playing for 2 hours solid. And who cares really if some of the assets come from pre-built assets? You know, if they're purchasing the whole entire game and making their money back. You know, they're trying to do what they can do with what they've got, as far as I can see. And as far as the developers go, I don't really know them. I don't know who they are. I don't know their whole shtick. But what I will say is, as long as the game doesn't like cut and shut and they just leave it up and improve it over time, within 2 years, this game could be something awesome. Because although Guild Wars 2 is an amazing feat in MMO technology and storytelling and artwork, and it is the best, I feel like Quinfall, the underdog nobody, and turn into something and be something. But it's only if the developers have their brain in the right place and have their motivation pushed. Because if I looked at my game and I saw this many people running around after all of the backlash and nonsense that people talk about, I would say that I'm still doing well. Like, this looks like it's doing well to me. I don't know, maybe you guys have a different opinion on it. You know, people trying it out seem to be enjoying it. It's thriving. But it is only early stages. It is only 4 weeks in. And again, you have to reserve judgment as to where is it going to be in 8 weeks or 18 weeks, you know. So that's why we do our free parters and we break them up. Because what I say on today's stream might not necessarily be what I say in 3 months or 6 months time, regardless of how they get their assets, regardless of how their business model has been in the past. If people are joining the game and having fun, if you're still coming back for more, it's fun, right? It has things to offer. There's so many different avenues that you can take because there's so many skill classes. Put that over there and you'll see what I mean. I mean, when you start opening menus and looking at the game in this form, I feel like what they've done is they've tried to incorporate and borrow from every MMO possible and say, well, people like that bit, let's pluck that. People like that, let's pluck that. And they've become a jack of all trades, but they have mastered none. Like, this is the problem here. They have not really give us one solid base and then promised us, like on a roadmap, oh, well, in 6 months, you're going to have this, this, and this. They've basically given us everything that they wanted to deliver on and promise so that they didn't look like liars. But by doing so, you didn't master any of those techniques. You didn't master even combat. Could do with a complete overhaul to make it feel more impactful and decent. And if they've just bought the combat aspect of it and just plonked it in and made it work, if they were honest and they just went, yeah, we're buying this, we're buying that, and we're just going to build upon it over time, and as other developers make cool shit, we're going to put it into the game. It is what it is. It's a sandbox MMORPG, and they have never lied about that as such, but they have been a little bit misleading in the fact that they want us to think that they're great. They are building with a small team something that is very ambitious, and I feel like the ambition is outweighing the skill and the talent. And if they sell enough copies, they could buy that skill and talent and then manage that skill and talent, the ego on them as well. Like, some of these developers have posted some very egotistical columns to say that, you know, we have the best game of all time and you need to try it and we're awesome and we developed over 1,000 or 5,000 games between us. They haven't done anything other than have a failed game from what I can see, but that's not to knock them. That's to say, just be honest. If anything, nowadays, we have a lack of honesty in the video game industry and movie industry, and we have a lack of talent. And if you could just buy talent by telling us, I'm going to build this sandbox, we know $20 a piece, and as time goes on, we promise 5 years worth of development, and we're going to invest that money that you give us into the game and not spend it on a Ferrari and crash that into a tree. We're going to build this game up to be a great sandbox environment. I wouldn't have a problem at all backing this game and saying, go buy now. Do you know what I mean? It's an enjoyable environment and it's good looking and the graphics are decent. It just is built upon some bad taste in people's mouth. And there's a lot of players that have decided that, no, I'm just not going to back it. And not only that, I'm going to slag it off online. The problem is, look at all these players that are having a great time and playing it. And look at my face. Do I look mad? I'm not mad. And I play a lot of shit. So, now, could I recommend it to you? Probably not. Because I don't know your flavour. I don't know your patience level. I don't know what you expect, you know. I mean, I am playing something that has been built by people that have very little reputable reputation right now. But that's their fault. That's a personality trait. That's not a game problem, right? The game itself is actually fine. It seems like an MMO, right? I'm playing an MMO. It's playing fine. It's not the greatest thing I've ever played, don't get me wrong. But it's not half bad. Boom. Okay, that's done. Look at all these quests we've got here. That is a mental amount of quests. Okay, so we're going to go to number 1, because that's our main. We've got to talk to Potion Master, the master of potions. There he is. I have to even excuse the lag in this town because there is so many people running around and doing stuff. I haven't seen an MMO this populated. And you know when they say there's no bad publicity, this game is a testament right now, 4 weeks after release. This game is a testament to bad publicity does not matter. I'm just firing it up and chilling on stream, and you know, it is a chill one. I'm enjoying today. I'm enjoying my experience in the game. There's other people enjoying it, which I'm enjoying seeing. There's a bunch of good for this game, but again, with free good, it seems to be one step back each time. Oh, look, buried beneath people, the market officer. How am I supposed to get in there? I'm excited to see an MMO actually thriving. Next to Guild Wars and probably BDO. Okay, you've seen the difference now. When we started, it took 5 to 8 hits to beat a turtle. Now we hit them in 3. We are definitely done. Oh, I can breathe fresh air. I'm out of the town. You know, that is really claustrophobic in that town right now due to all of the players and the fact you cannot see what you're doing and the quests not really explaining themselves great. You know, MMO players get very burnt out very quick. 80 hours, 100 hours in, you're probably looking for something new. And they don't come out very often. So I really wanted this one to, even with its caveats, succeed. You know, I hope they stick at it. I hope they work hard at it and just keep building upon it. Because if you said, why would you play this over something else? You would struggle to find a reason. The fact that you have so much to do is one reason I would use. Just you can do everything, you know. But it's all done half-assed and not very polished. Okay, they're a little bit tougher than we've had before. Here we go, man down. He's a big un. He's a big un. This might be the first time I actually have to use a health potion. I'm trying not to trigger his friend. The back dodge is useful, but by the time I recover, he's attacking me, you know, on point. I wish this woman was better behind because she's not doing much damage. Okay, he's defeated. Put them into F10. Can they be activated just by going... Yes! Okay, that's nice and easy. Just right click on it in the box. Do you know what? I don't dislike combat. It is a little bit jank. Like, there's a lot of times when I swipe and don't get hit, or I get hit unfairly. And this is early game, don't forget. I've got no unlocks right now. Okay, I'm going to collect some plants. First time I've done that. Got healing mushrooms. Achievement. I get rewards for achievements. Come on, sons. Purple sickle. Yes, 45 level. I'm not going to be able to get hold of him if he keeps running around. Look. There you go. I would want someone to help me. Do you know what I mean? Boom. Level 13. Unlucky for some, but not me. Oh, Whammon's in trouble. Whammon's in trouble. Get some, boys. Nice. Now get out of my quest zone. Okay, I've examined the dark aura. Now we've just got to oof a bunch of dudes, which is quite good. There's a lot of people making the same mistake as us, taking on these big uns. It's too early in the game, right? Like, you see this guy? Like, he's a distance fighter, okay? He's got magic and he's got bows and stuff going on. He can't oof them as quick as me. I feel like the disadvantage at this game, balancing wise, is that anyone of a distance, you're firing like 1 or 2 arrows at a time. If them enemies are like in 3s and 4s, you can only target 1 at a time. So I feel like it's a disadvantage to be an archer or a mage in this game already. I would say that the melee classes have it beat, and this is rare. Like, the melee classes in an MMO actually being top tier are, you know, few and far between in most MMOs. But because of the way this one is designed and built, it definitely doesn't feel like these guys have a chance compared to me with my dual axes going ham, right? I feel like this game doesn't need much in the way of combat. Like, we set our buttons like we were going to do a bunch of blocking and we're going to do a bunch of flip moves. It doesn't really play like that. It's more like just leveling up and putting equipment on. You know what I mean? You're going to be able to stand there and just bash them. Seems like just a big brawl, you know? You're very rarely dodging and using any technique to... Maybe on a boss or something, you know, dungeon-wise, yeah. But in the actual game, you're probably just swacking around like me. And just winning anyway. There you go, all the loot. Look how much loot I got. Damn. Okay, new quest. Press K. Ah, new upgrades, boys. We've got Hadouken. Alright, let's test out a bunch of new moves. Let's test them with someone over here. Look. Archer in trouble again. I don't know what that was. I threw sprinkles at him. Hundreds and thousands. And I pop one of them in there or something. Oh, shiz. That was loud. Okay, so we can put these little stones in here. I have something to tell you. She wants to tell me something. So at this point, we're probably just going to teleport to find her because we're in the middle of nowhere. So we just click that, fast travel. That was beastly. That is a good farming area right there if you want to return back there and keep on farming. That's a very good area to get XP. Okay, bunch of rewards here. We're getting all new armor, taking us from level 10 to level 27, boys. That's good gains right there. Bosh. Go straight into my inventory and equip that. There you go. I've got full blues across the board. I'm wearing blue. He's wearing blue. I am blue double D. I'm good. I'm good. There you go. Cook workbench. We'll buy that. I'll buy that for $60,000. That's interesting that it has an active build system, kind of like a survival game. When you're trying to put like walls and doors up and stuff, and you can do it physically while you can see like the blueprint. I like that system in survival games. I've never really seen it in an MMO before. Rent a house and place the workbench inside the house. Okay, cool. So the workbenches you buy go inside your own house. Let's find where we can buy a house. There was a house icon when we entered the town earlier. There you go. Enter the house. Ah! So we have a personal space. God, I need some lights. That is doom and gloom in here, boys. There's the loft. So let's put a workbench in the window bay here. We'll do that by going inventory. And we'll try and place this over here. So you get a really dark blue when you can actually place it. Right, so the workbench has been placed. And now we can level up the workbench. We can craft new things. I guess we want to level up the workbench for sure. So we really want to be purchasing and saving up the money to buy all of the workbenches. So we can create a bunch of stuff at home, including furniture and lights. Right guys, you made it this far. If you're watching this on YouTube, I do appreciate your viewership getting this far in the first impressions. So most of my time was spent in the meadow running back and forth from different NPCs and doing different quests. But overall, it's been enjoyable. There's been no more bugs since the ones I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. We've been streaming for around 4 hours with no disconnects, no problems, and the game is working flawlessly. Take from that what you will. I made some notes on the beta, and I'm going to go through those notes now because they are going to help me sum up this game a lot easier. My reviews come from a casual gamer who plays everything from racing sims, MMOs, RPGs, but I have been gaming since I was 6, maybe even before that. We have a varied experience. We have been to university, done game design. I understand the mechanics of a game, the maps of a game, how the games are implemented, but I don't bring that to the channel because that is not what we're about. We are about funs. We enjoy having fun with a game and having the game give us an experience that is memorable and we keep for a lifetime. And I try and give a varied and mixed opinion on every game I play, even if I dislike it, even if I'm having a bad time. I will always point out the good in that game, if any. You guys can take from that what you will. It is just my humble opinion. First impressions themselves are valuable for those who haven't played the games yet. I like to say that this game is more positive than negative. Overall, it's got some assets that have been purchased. It's got some jank. It has got a cash store that's a bit grimy. I get that. But the experience of jumping in and just playing an MMO, and this MMO for what it is, I want to see what lies in the deep. I want to see the dungeons, the bosses, you know, I want to team up with friends and go on quests. And all of this is still yet to be seen. There is a lot of this game in 4 hours that I have not even seen or touched upon. I haven't done any sailing. There's a sailing element. I haven't done any crafting. There's a crafting element. I'm not missing out on my review though, because the core gameplay is what you're doing for the first 4 hours to 8 hours. And I feel like anybody having their first impressions negatively impacted by YouTubers and people saying negative stuff about the game, like me, you got to take it with a pinch of salt. I feel like until you play it yourself, actually physically log in, make a character, go for a wander, figure out stuff, you know, I've still got another character to make and progress beyond this stage. So I've got a lot of work for me on the back end, but I'm not coming back until I've done about 20 to 40 hours for the second live stream. And I might change my opinion as time goes, and you might have a difference of opinion, and that's cool too. MMOs are still thriving and people are still creating them, which is another good thing. And we have a lot of mixed opinions on this game, which is also a good thing. Most of the Steam reviews are mixed, for and against. It's a Marmite game. You're either going to love it or hate it, and you're either going to take to it or not take to it. And I think for veteran MMO players, it's not hit the standards we wanted, but it has enough to keep us coming back. For new MMO players, there's better elsewhere for you to try for your first MMO experiences by far. But it's not a bad game overall, you know. I think everyone can take something from this game, and there is something fun for everyone in this game. I think it should go back and sort of concentrate on each part of the game and core mechanic. You know, once it's earned a few quid off the initial sales, it should employ some decent talented people to do certain aspects of that. And I feel like the NPCs don't have voice acting for very good reason. It's better to have no voice acting than it is to have janky voice acting, AI generated, or just absolutely terrible. Just don't bother. And I think MMOs don't really need a story. You just need a good environment and a good atmosphere and a good protagonist and a good enemy type. $20, I mean, to be fair, I played it 4 hours. I'm probably going to be putting 40 hours in. So for $20, it's worth its money in gold. If you ignore the internet buzz, it is just somewhere to go play as an MMO fan and just build in a new environment and craft and hunt new things, you know, you haven't seen yet. And the reason that you're doing it is because you're bored of what you're already playing and you just want to take a break. 9 times out of 10, I think that's the player base. I feel like the game environment itself could be scaled down. This game is absolutely huge, and it's probably quite empty towards the end, I would imagine. And even if it's procedurally generated, which it's not, I believe it's Unreal 5 from what I can tell, it could be scaled down and then given more attention to that detail. I don't really see what all the YouTubers' problems are. Like, yeah, you don't trust the developers. Yeah, you have an issue with them buying these. And again, they should have been honest at the gate, and they should have had some sort of decency to keep the community informed about what's happening. But a lot of people thought it was a scam. A lot of people thought it was never going to happen, and it did happen, and it's here, and it looks like it's here to stay for a while. You know, is it any good? And I would say, yeah, as a sandbox MMO, it kind of works. And you have to have some patience. And again, live streaming today was a godsend because I had a couple of people help me out today that I would have struggled had I not had those people. Now, I have ignored a lot of things as well. I haven't mentioned them. A lot of it is borrowed from other games. You're borrowing, you know, Black Desert Online's interface, and you're borrowing, like, you know, some of their key features and stuff. It's fine as long as you're honest about it and you say, look, I like the system, so we used it. You know, it's again, I'm quite fine with that. It just has to have that transparency, and I hope I come across with some genuine thoughts and feelings about it, because I don't have any qualms about telling you if the game was trash, but I also don't feel like the game is trash right now. It's quite decent, to be fair. So that all being said, I mean, please leave comments on the YouTube video. Please, you know, leave me a like if you enjoyed the content in any way, because I do want to make more of these, and I can only do it with your likes and support. So yeah, I mean, my only last comments to mention is the internet buzz. People are making videos based off of the views they're going to get for the negativity that they put out, and then there's a lot of negativity that will latch onto that and create more content. The problem is we went from overwhelmingly negative reviews on Steam to now mixed reviews. So over 4 weeks, we've gone from absolutely trash game, screw it up and throw it in the bin, to meh. So now, maybe in 4 weeks, 8 weeks time, maybe a year's time, developers can restore some faith in the company, and we can actually see this game go from mixed to positive. You know, you never know. It's been a long outro because I feel like the game deserved to be nitpicked a bit, because when we come back, it is literally going to be mid-game level. I'm going to have a house, I'm going to have a bunch of stuff in that house, better weapons, and I would have had a lot of experience going from 0 until I reach like level 30 or 40. That all being said, this has been my first impressions. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I'm going to give it another year. I'm going to give this a 6-month revisit, a year revisit, and I'm going to put about 80 hours into it just to explore with you guys what is going on with this game. And if we had more honesty in the medias, we wouldn't have a problem with it. I haven't got a problem with this. If they were just honest about it, I feel like the internet wouldn't have a problem with them. We're going to be playing some more Quinfall. We're going to be doing follow-up videos. We're going to be creating a new character and coming back with that new character once I've done about 40 hours, so then I can really dig deep with what I've learned and what I know. And until the next one, peace out, look after yourselves, look after your ma, and give Quinfall a chance. You know, it's not a bad game. And thank you guys, peace out, look after yourselves, have a great evening, and put your feet up, have a cup of tea, and watch some more of my videos. See you later, guys. Bye.